Hey everybody, happy Monday, happy Monday, April 8th. I'm very excited to be here, to be back in action, back streaming, back in the home office today. And yeah, hey everybody, hey, Robert Tables, thanks so much for the sub. I got the notification that it's awesome, and yes I am. I am a particle pusher, and I definitely know it. Hey Frackbird, fair point as well. And Grillguard, good morning. Hey, hope y'all are having a great week so far. I'm very excited about being back on the stream today. I actually wanted to start with a little bit of show and tell. It's kind of a fun thing to do. I know that I know I enjoy this on other streams, especially your stream, Robert Tables. Always a good time to sort of start out and share what new goodies we are all collecting. So let me share three different things today, very briefly. One is this little thing here. This is a I'm saving the Jetson Nano for last, Grillguard, but I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. I was waiting to get on the stream with you all. So this is called the Pie Portal. This is from Adafruit. This was actually part of their last Ada box. Ada box number 11, which I am a super fan subscriber of. And this is actually the main microcontroller is an AT-SAM D51, but it also has an ESP32 on here as a Wi-Fi coprocessor. And it runs CircuitPython, which is something that I've been playing with a little bit, trying to get the kids into as well. Doing a little bit more Python coding on embedded devices, but this is the Pi Portal sort of startup screen. See if it may take a second to load. I want to do some stuff with this on stream. We're not going to do anything today. Yeah, I will, Rob. I'll link over. Let me see if I get this thing loaded up. I'll give it a second to load up, and let me pull up the Ada box instructions for it while it does that. Let me go back over here. So Ada box 11. Yeah, here we go. So the link for the Pi Portal, which is out of stock right now, makes sense. This was included in the latest Ada box, which I don't know if you can still get, but here's the Pi Portal device. Got any more of that hardware? I don't know, Robert Tables, if that was a Chappelle Show reference, but I'm gonna pretend that it was because it had to have been, right? I love Chappelle Show. Yeah. So this is the Pi Portal, CircuitPython powered internet display. So I am actually going to use this to do sort of a Twitchbot integration, or Twitch channel integration to show sort of live stats. It's also a touchscreen. That's actually not enabled right here, but I'm pretty excited to mess with this thing. It should be a lot of fun. It's taking forever to load up right now. But this is the device. The AdaBox version actually came with a little stand that you can build, which is pretty sweet. So absolutely was, Grillguard. Yeah, awesome. I was surprised to see it not have support for the standard JST battery. You know, that's actually true, Grillguard. It doesn't. It does have a couple of Grove-style connectors here on the side. Yeah. So the Ada box, Robert Tables, is different every month. It's a subscription box, similar to other styles of subscription services. So you're gonna get. But it's actually it's pretty cool. You get cool stuff every time. This was the latest one, and I think it's quarterly, not monthly. Is that right? Y'all can correct me on that. But the last one, I showed this a couple of weeks ago. The last version of the Ada box that I got around the holidays was this little thing, this Neo Trellis, which has these tactile displays. And this is actually something that I know that Node Botanist has been working on their Neo Trellis as well. But this is a similar sort of device that has these little tacky buttons on there, which is pretty sweet. Not tacky buttons, but you know what I mean. So Adafruit has definitely been up in their game on a lot of that stuff recently, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, Neo Trellis. I think it's 60 per quarter. It's $60 per box. So not every month, not $60 per month. Is that right? Let me go and look right now. Go back. Main screen. Oh yeah, so the next one's coming in June. So yeah, it is a quarterly thing. And they have gotten better and better as this has gone on. So for sure, definitely check it out. Hey, Doc Kami, good morning. Hope you had a great week last week. Excited, doing a little show and tell right now, getting back into it. Was just talking about the latest Ada box, the Pi Portal, which we'll do some messing with on screen. And yeah, once per quarter. Yeah, Grogard, I was just gonna say that. So that's actually a very good point. I don't think Adafruit makes much money on these because a lot of these devices, like the Pi Portal by itself is $55, but then they also include a bunch of other stuff in there, like the case, you know, the little built case around it, and then USB cable. This latest one came with a year subscription to Adafruit.io, which is their sort of cloud platform. 404 on Adafruit.io, but I think it's what? io.adafruit.com. So this is a $60 value. It came with a year subscription to Adafruit.io, which allows you to create dashboards for publishing data from these devices. So that's actually something I was going to work on with the kids and all that. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, so that was show and tell item number 1. Let me go to big camera back. The next, I know that many of y'all are fans of No Opcat stream, so this has come as no surprise. I never had an MX chip, and I think on No Opcat stream a couple of weeks ago, she was working on adding animated drag and drop animated GIF support to the MX chip, and so right then and there I just went and got one. I haven't turned it on yet, but I'm excited to mess with this as well. I do like that it has the microbit style connector. So there's some cool things that you can do with this, but I'm gonna mess with that one probably off stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. That was more of just a total impulse buy. Yeah, the Azure IoT Dev Kit, which is pretty cool. And then finally, this one. So y'all remember from a couple of weeks ago, I was messing with the Google Coral board. This is the sort of edge compute Raspberry Pi style board that will run TensorFlow Lite models. The Jetson Nano supposedly does the exact same thing, and is in a bit of a different form factor. So we're going to do the unboxing here. You can see from the box, you need an SD card. So the one thing that's kind of cool about the Coral is that I didn't actually need a micro SD card in order to run this. It actually worked pretty well, just pretty sweet. But this, much like the Raspberry Pi, actually does require an SD card. Attention, observe precautions for handling electrostatic sensitive devices. I'm gonna throw precautions to the wind and just open it. This thing is, I will say, heavier. This is, I don't know what this is gonna look like yet. I'm very interested to see how the heatsink on this thing stacks. Oh my gosh, I can't even get it out of the bag. How the heatsink on this thing stacks up to the, okay. How did they get it in the bag? Ah, there we go. Oh my God. The size of that heatsink. That is a, all right. So there's the side-by-side comparison. Heatsink top to bottom between these two boards. Google Coral, Jetson Nano. Here's the, oh man, this is a much larger board. But it's not as big as the TK1, the other NVIDIA board. And there is they both have the 40-pin Raspberry Pi style connector on here. That's pretty crazy. And then much like the, so what all is in here? What is this? Oh my gosh. This comes with a cardboard stand. I don't understand. What? This actually comes with a stand. Because you have to keep it off of a solid surface? That's the strangest thing I've ever seen. And then here's the getting started instructions, nvidia.com/jetsonnanostart. So let's do that on another stream. I actually, we can go through the startup process. I'll get an SD card. I want to read through the instructions first to check it out. But it's interesting, right? I mean, so the main processor is actually set up on standoffs from the board itself anyway. So I'm assuming that their module, similar to this Edge TPU unit, is also set up on the top of the board. That's going to be the same thing going on here. Crazy. All right. Interesting. Back to chat. Okay. Don't rub your feet. Oh, sweet. Robert Tables. That's awesome. I'm glad you signed up for the Ada box. It's so cool. Yeah, get the MX chip, but don't want to get married to Azure. That's actually, Robert Tables, that's a good question. I wonder if you could actually use the MX chip and just use MQTT and put all that, pipe all the data into Amazon or somewhere else. It'd definitely be worth looking into. Rub my feet on the carpet. Yeah, thanks, Girl Guard. Grounding strap. Yeah, definitely. Put on wool socks and dress. All right, I missed a little bit of fun while I was trying to get that device out of the bag. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I presume, Girl Guard, that it actually does produce a lot of heat, so we'll have to mess with that. See, Robert Tables, welcome to the world of hardware addiction. Too many devices, not enough time. It's a lot of fun. In terms of the stand, why does it have the? It's possible. I'm wondering if this plus also the size of the heatsink would indicate that it's going to generate a whole lot of heat when it gets plugged in. So we'll have to see. Yeah, and Grover, I'm surprised that it doesn't have an MMC either. You just have to start with a. Oh, that's funny. There is, however. I wonder what the coin cell battery traces are for. Or not traces here. Maybe there may actually be a real-time clock built in here that you can power from just putting on a battery case and a battery holder and going from there. Yeah, I guess I can put standoffs in these four corners and set it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Place it on flammable cardboard. Right, exactly. That's strange. Yeah, probably for the RTC Grow Guard. Yeah, definitely. All right. So that was show and tell. Show and tell is done. But anyway, I'm excited. So all that stuff actually showed up while I was out of town in Colorado last week. I am excited to be back from vacation. The vacation went really well. I didn't break any bones skiing, nor did my wife. Children had a great time in the snow, sledding, doing snowball fights and all those wonderful things. So we had a good time, but I'm happy to be back at it now. All right. Show and tell is such an expensive part of streaming. Viewers have no idea. It is, right? Because you have to have things to show and tell. I mean, you can't have nothing. You got to keep on acquiring items to show and talk about. Yeah, absolutely. So I know this was now a week and a half ago. But I wanted to get back into the chatbot, actually into the wall of things. Thousands of dollars spent, I've made 0 so far. That's funny. Yeah, Grogard, me too. Definitely. Okay, so if y'all will remember, a week and a half ago, we did a couple of things with the chatbot, with the Wattbot, excuse me, that controls my wonderful light display here behind the screen. So I want to continue working on that today for the Monday stream. Should be fun, sort of get back into that. Let me mark off on my list of what we did here. We talked through those wonderful things. What we did last time was we actually got the chase command working. That's the firmware. If you remember from last time, in the command object we have a couple of different commands. There's a dice command, token command. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robert Tables. It's just markdown silliness. I was doing this kind of stuff in a Notion doc over the last couple of months, and I decided that I needed to like put those in GitHub repo and just start publishing them at the end of each stream, so I can together with you all document what it is I'm working on, and all that good stuff to remind me, because I forget too easily what I'm doing. So the few commands that we added last time, we have the number of online devices working, as well as the chase command. So right now, my devices are in, what mode are they in now? So they're in rainbow mode now, or my wall is in rainbow mode right now. I'm going to change that to be, there we go, they'll all go off one by one. There we go. So I'm going to fire the bot up and get it back in. Oh, actually, I don't think that's what it was. Was there an npm command for this? See, now I'm trying to remember what I think I just had an index.js. All right. So the bot is in chat, and I can now do, like we did last time, dice command. Cool. I can do the online command. There we go. So I have 33 devices online. .commie did the token command. There you go. And then the final one that we had working yesterday, that we got working on one strip that should work on all the strips now, should be the chase command. And with the chase command, I can pass in a list of colors. So I'm going to do 0, so 255, 0, 0. And that should actually start a red, yeah, there we go. So a red animation, a red light chase animation around all 4 strips. Oh yeah, I still have some console logs in here, because of course I do. I'm gonna pull those out. So we got that piece working. So that's what we did. That's what we did last time. That gets us up to today, up to the current moment. So what I wanted to do, and then I off stream, meaning this morning, since I just got back this weekend and just started thinking about it again today. .commie, I'm interested to see if that actually works, what you're doing, because that's something that I was thinking about doing. I wanted to do today, was actually what happens when you run the chase command after the lights have already been turned on. So it looks like right now it actually doesn't work. So that's actually one of the things that I wanted to do today. .commie you had mentioned adding support for a hex color, a hex string. Oh yeah, there we go. Target is not defined. So I got a rejected promise when you tried to run the chase command and it had already been run. So that's something that we need to fix. So actually, let me move that one up. Set colors even when the chase command is active. So I wonder, all right, we'll get to that one in just a second. I also wanted to add support for hex colors. This is something that .commie had mentioned. Oops. add a chase stop command, add a rainbow command so that you can actually move the mode back. Right, for instance, if I set my mode here to 4, that will turn off the chase command and move me back into rainbow mode, at least eventually. No, it won't, because the devices are being dumb. Hold on. And this has happened to me the other day, and it's happening again where I have to reset the cellular gateway for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it over here. 1 second. Yeah, thanks, Frackberg. It's shorts weather. It's only like stylish shorts. It's only barely shorts weather here, frankly. But I'm wearing shorts because I can. I couldn't last week when I was in Colorado because it was so cold. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Grogard, I am using cellular for this. Mainly because there's going to be a ton of devices on this little network that'll, the pegboard should eventually have a number of different devices connected to it. A ton of different things. And I wanted to have it on cellular to keep it off my Wi-Fi network. All of those devices. And also I didn't want it to be impacted by anything going on in my home Wi-Fi. However, I need to have this cellular. It's LTE. I need to actually get this mounted in a place where there's not a lot of interference. See, like right now, what the heck is it doing? Sorry, it's on my desk, so you can't see what it's doing. But it's being stupid. Come on. Okay. Hey, so .commie, why don't you try running that chase 255.0255 command again? Because I am curious to see. The timeout from before was a different issue. So I'm curious to see what happens this time if we do it. And I'm going to start looking at adding hex colors. Okay. So what happens right now is if you run the chase command, you are... So right now I'm doing... There we go. Yep. A regex match against the array, the colors that get passed in. But I want to add support for hex colors as well. So what I'm going to do in this case, so there's two places that I could do this. .commie, you had sent me this firmware, and I've used this before, where we're basically just using bitwise math to split RGB values into, or to split a hex code into 3 red, green, and blue values. Which is something that we can do if we want to pass that all the way to firmware. The other option is that we can turn hex to RGB in JavaScript, which frankly, I would rather do, because then I can just use the same I can just use the same function without handling it in firmware directly, right? Although, let's see how complex this actually is. I don't want to go Stack Overflow. So .commie, I'm using the Adafruit NeoPixel library. You were, Grogard, you were actually. This is what you were looking at. So this is what, the C code that .commie sent me, which just does bit shifting to get the RGB values. I've done this before in other projects, and we can do it, but I want to see how hard would it be to basically just take the hex values and zero padding, right? Oh, the JavaScript code threw you off for a second. I got you. So this is a JavaScript equivalent of the same thing, where, oh, this is RGB to hex. Okay, so hex to RGB. So if I pass in this, for instance, oh, so it actually just uses a regex as well. Well, let's sure. Let's be some straight up copy and pasters and make this work. I would rather do this here because No, Robert Tables. I'm not using Johnny 5. This is the bot code. So this is actually the Twitchbot that is sending commands to the wall through the particle cloud. So right now what's happening is, and Johnny 5 for particle, you totally could use it. You just need to use Johnny 5 the same way that other Arduino style devices use Johnny 5, which is flashing for MATA. In fact, there's a version of using Johnny 5 for particle. So you're just using USB serial commands. Is that right? I saw mention in particle here. Yeah. Yeah, so there is a plugin you use, and use Voodoo Spark. That's what it is, yeah. I have not messed with this, so Robert Tables, if you are gonna do that, that would be kind of cool. Would love to see how that works. All right, so we're gonna do hex to RGB. Grogart, you're right. What were you writing JavaScript for the other day? I love JavaScript. It's fun. All right. We're copying. We're pasting. Does this, let's see, return result? Yep. No, okay, yeah. All right. So this will work. So what I was getting at is the reason I want to do this here is because if I pass this into the firmware. Oh, awesome. Thank you for the host with 18 viewers, and I cannot read those characters. But that's very cool though. Namse underscore is what I'm seeing in chat. Hello, welcome. Thanks for coming in and thanks for hosting with 18 viewers. I really appreciate it. That's very cool. I don't know if you came from a stream of your own, but if so, that's cool. Hi there, everybody. Static underscore KR, hey. GMFRRHA, hi. Welcome. Hope y'all are having a great Monday. Awesome. Okay. So we are actually messing with the connected lights on my wall here this morning. So I have these are connected to a number of different particle devices running a mesh network via cellular, and I have a Twitchbot that is actually taking commands to do certain things to those, right? So right now it's just running a chase animation. You can pass in the colors in order to modify that, and that's what we're working on right now. So right now we have support for commands kind of like chase 255, 255, 0, 255. We'll see if this one actually will work as the chat responds to that. Okay, so there we go. .commie. It works. You can actually change the colors even after the chase animation is... Oh my gosh, the refocusing. I meant to fix that and I didn't. You can change the colors right there as long as things are still running. So that'll work. So that's what the bot is doing. Right now it takes the commands like this. The next thing that we want to do is run a command kind of like this. I'm not going to pass in the right command, but I want to be able to pass in a command like, what do we do? F, right? And then have it actually read a hex value as well. Thank you, Grogar. Yeah, so let's, so I just added a function to actually take the hex value, use a regex to convert that into RGB, and then to return the result in red. Oh, thank you, Namsa. Yeah, so the camera is actually an Amcrest. Oh, there they go again. It's an Amcrest camera. I do like it. It's a very nice HD camera that I've got streaming that all the time. It just likes to refocus every once in a while, even though I feel like I've gone in there and told it not to. It tends to have a mind of its own sometimes. So this is the piece that we're going to go through next. So if I don't have... Oh, did you guess that it was an Amcrest? So if the length is 7, right? So 6, what I'm going to do for color list is actually pass that in instead. So the color list is going to be something different. So in this case, what I'll do is hex to RGB and colors. And let's do... So that color list, oh yeah, so the first time I'm doing is I'm actually getting an array back. So that's what I want to be able to do here as well. Because I'm doing a split on the comma separated value. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, Nobs. I really appreciate that. And no worries. Hey, thank you so much again for the host and for jumping in. Have a good night's rest. I hope that you had a great day today and hope that your tomorrow is even better. So thanks again and rest well. All right. Hey, the Michael Jolly. Yes, thank you so much for the cheer. I appreciate that. That 100 bits sadly does not go very far to pay for skiing lift tickets in Colorado. Oh my gosh, they're crazy nowadays. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it nonetheless. That's awesome. I appreciate that, Michael Jolly. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Yes, the heck indeed. All right. So yeah, that's what I want to do next. Professor Strawberry, how much power draws to the power draw from the wall? Great question. Hello, happy Monday to you, Professor Strawberry. Thanks so much for the question. I actually don't. Robert Tables, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the cheer. 1,000 bits. Y'all are awesome today. Love it. I am so happy to be back. This is what I missed last week. Not only getting to be on y'all's streams, but also getting to hang out with y'all. Professor Strawberry, so they, I don't know. I have 4 different devices that are on the wall now. and I don't actually have an answer on the power draw. That is something that we should probably consider adding. So GR3Zor59, thanks so much for the follow. That is awesome. I appreciate. Welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out today, and for just joining. So Professor Strawberry, I think that's actually something I want to add in the future. Is in fact, let me add that to my notes here because that would be cool to do. It would. So here, I'm going to add that here, and I'm going to give you credit for it, Professor Strawberry. Can I spell? Of the devices on the wall, we should measure that. Very, very cool. And hey, James, hey, it's going well. I had a great holiday, and I'm really happy to be back. I saw that you got some cool particle hardware in the mail last week. I was on Twitter. I was not on Slack or email, work stuff during the week, but I was on Twitter, so I saw you got that, which is very, very cool. And yeah, really nice welcome back, definitely. And Factman999, thanks for the question. How many frames does that code run? I appreciate the question, and happy Monday. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, Professor Strawberry, for the follow. I did see that come across. Thank you, James, for the 100 bits. And my pleasure. I can't wait to see what you build with it. So, Professor Strawberry, it is not a Raspberry Pi project. It's actually running particle argon devices. So I'll get into plug mode right now. Factman999, how many frames does the code run? So so the way that the loop works, because it's running in Arduino style C or wiring, it is running very fast. I can't tell you like frames per second, etc. But it is running at the microsecond or millisecond range in terms of how often the loop is running to update those lights and what have you. So, Professor Strawberry, this is actually the device. These are the devices that I'm using. They are particle mesh devices. There's actually 3 devices here. There's a gateway device, which is the boron. The cellular device that's actually running is the gateway. And then every one of those light strips, there's 4 of them, is connected to a separate xenon. So the blue devices that you can see on the wall next to the pegboard are particle xenons, and they're each running firmware that is listening for messages on the network and responding to those messages. So the way that it works is every individual device is wired up to listen to a particle publish, or excuse me, a message on the mesh network. So they're all listening for a subscription message that's unique to that strip, and then they're publishing a message that's unique to the next strip. And so when an individual device gets a command to start its animation, it gets a message, a UDP-based message on the network. It starts the light strip from the start to the finish, and then when it gets to the end of the strip, it fires a mesh publish to the next device on the network, and so on and so forth. And that's how it actually goes all the way around. So, all right, let me catch up on Slack a little bit. Cooper Clay, hey, happy Monday, and thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate it, Clay. I hope that you had a great week last week and are having a good week this week. And yes, thankyou.com, you Professor Strawberry. There's the link to the info here on Mesh. And all right, so I see y'all are chatting. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on vacation last week. I didn't ski a ton, just on Sunday afternoon and Monday. And my body was very thankful on Tuesday that I didn't try to ski anymore. But I had a great time with the family. And we spent some time in Colorado Springs visiting friends. We used to live in the Springs. Yeah, so it was cool. It was a cool time. Yeah, Professor Strawberry, hopefully that answered your question. Feel free to ask any other questions as well. I'll post all the source code for all of this stuff. In fact, let me share it here. The entire project is in my GitHub, and I need to do a... Cooper Clay, that's awesome. Yes, that's right. You got the Cyan Panda, so I'm glad that you're able to do that now. All right, wall of things, wall of things, wall of things. Where is it? I gotta find my, no activity, there it is. I need to get this into my Stream Deck. Hold on, come on. What is it? How do I, okay, what? All right, hold on. What is it? Wall of things. .com, thank you once again for saving me from my own self. Yes, there it is. So that actually has three things. That has the firmware, the particle firmware, the streaming site. There's nothing in there now, but eventually that's actually going to be a view-based website for viewing what's happening on the wall and interacting with it when we get to that point. And then the bot is actually what we're working on now to accept commands via Twitch chat. Robert Tables, have you used Particle Workbench in VS Code, including external libraries like Fast LED? I got stuck on stream and had to move on. I have, and that would be great. Yeah. Yeah, Robert Tables, Vue. That's what I've been doing lately. I did a bunch of React stuff the last couple of years, but I don't know, I like Vue.js. It's becoming comfortable to me. So Robert Tables, I have. So here, for instance, is in this project, I have a couple of different things. In my firmware, each of the individual NeoPixel strips, there's a couple of different libraries I'm using in here. The NeoPixel library and then the JSON parser generator. If I wanted to install another library, what I could do is basically open up the command palette. And I'm in Visual Studio Code. I'm using the Particle extension, right? Particle Workbench extension. And I can open up the command palette and you Particle install library. Choose a project. In this case, and this is a multi-project workspace. So I have the controller, the NeoPixel strips in multiple different projects. So I'm choosing my NeoPixel strips and then type in the name of the library. This is the part of the experience that needs to be improved as we move Particle Workbench into general availability in the next, hopefully very, very soon. You have to know the name of the library. So for instance, if I was using Fast LED, I would just type in Fast LED and I should get the toast that it's installing. It's going to add this dependency here to project properties. And then in my library directory, it pulls it in here as well. So now I have support. I have Fast LED here. Robert Tables, I haven't caught up on your VODs from last week yet. So I don't know if that's the issue that you ran into, but let me know if you had a different question than that. Because yeah, I'm happy to answer it. It's not super ideal because honestly, what we need is something more like a registry search. If you go into the Particle Web IDE, you can actually click on the Libraries tab and you can search for community libraries here. So you see Fast LED is an option. Let me look. It was weird and didn't work that way, but I'll give it a different clean go. Okay. Let me know though, definitely, if you can recreate the issue that you had, I'll pass that along to the engineering team and make sure that they get it fixed. It's definitely still it's still beta. So any problems that you're having are definitely things that we want to be able to resolve. Excuse me. So let me remove that real quick. Delete that. I see some defense for Vue in the chat, which hey, I can appreciate it. It was weird. Since we're both on VS Code, we could live share it together if we both have to. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. I love that. I have not actually messed with VS Code live share yet. I know all about it, but that would be super cool to be able to do. Let's definitely do that. Let me fix my typo here. Okay. Let me go to the right project. All right, so what I had just added was the chase command. So I want to get a hex to RGB color list. What's happening right now is I'm getting a fancy result of result 1, result 2, result 3, and a parse int. But what I could do is just actually return the result as an array by itself, right? And see if this gives me the right. Instead of doing the RGB values, this should actually give me a very nice array. .com, yeah, it would be really, really cool to do it on a live stream, for sure. I would be all about that. Like hair in my face. Excuse me. I feel like I'm cracking up. Okay. So now when I run hex to RGB, I should get, let's see here. So I should get a decent, that should give me a valid color list. The color is hex. So let's try that. Let me shut down the bot. Nope, there we go. Run it again. And so we do something like chase, F. What does it do? Not correct. The colors value that comes in. Robert Tables, yeah. So Skype and using like NDI is all I've used as well. Amazon Chime. That would be, is there support for, I haven't used Amazon Chime. That's kind of cool. I don't like using Skype for NDI either. I did a, for the Particle Twitch channel, I've done a couple of Skype-based interviews with folks internally, or folks at the company, and the Skype integration with OBS, just the video gets really weird. I was getting like auto resizing, and it was not well. It was not good. I didn't enjoy it. Okay, so where is that? Determine if command is valid. Oh no, okay, hold on. So that's not where I want to do the colors. Okay, so it gets, okay, all right, hold on. It's the colors value and color list. Let's see. Let's do this. Console.log. Colors and let's do the color list there. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, Professor Strawberry, that's a good point. Discord is an option. We could use that. Too much overkill, really? I guess. I mean, yeah, that probably would be a lot of work. Chime isn't installed app, so you can create a scene, input based on it, and then output using loopback. Yeah, that's true. So loopback is something, speaking of, so my music is gone, isn't it? Are y'all still hearing music? Or has it just completely disappeared? And when did that happen? I don't know how long it's been silent, but I just realized that. Let me restart Pretzel. Okay, it should be back now. That's weird. I hear it now. Hopefully y'all do too. Frackberg, just the voices in your head. Those will always be with you, my friend, as they are with me. All right. Music's back. Do you ever have those moments? When I'm coding, when I'm doing heads down kind of work, like I listen to music a lot of times, but then I get through those moments where I have to like have silence, but I keep my headphones on, and I will mute it or I'll stop the music, and then all of a sudden an hour later I realize, oh, I'm not listening to music anymore. Like I get into this weird place where like I don't even notice if music is playing or not playing. I'm just sort of in the zone. Something like that. All right. Let's restart. Now let's try this again. Yeah, Robert, that's what, yeah, same. Robert Tables. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. All right, so let me type in chase command and do FF. Let's see what that gives me out the other end. It didn't. So I wonder if what's happening here is I'm getting a match anyway. And I need to reverse where these are actually happening. I like the ear hugs. Yeah, definitely. All right. Okay, weird. Hold on. Am I getting 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, you know what? I wonder if I'm not getting, I need to trim this value if the length is more than 7. Colors. Not length. All right. No, it is 7. Well, what the heck? Okay, y'all are seeing what I'm seeing here, right? I don't getting, if the length, I should be getting one of these things. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do the length check first and then do the regex otherwise. That is so weird. I have no idea what's happening. Console. I should be getting a console log. I mean, the promise is getting rejected, which makes sense because I'm not passing in a valid list of colors. What I don't know is why I'm not getting either of these console logs to fire. The length is 7. Oh, idiot. Still don't know why that's not firing, but all right. So passing in the color list. If all right, let's try this again. Okay. That's weird. All right, so now I'm getting something, but I'm getting, what in the world am I getting there? And there's no, yeah, light chase is now broken or not happening because I passed in what now? It's a weird array. Probably, however, though, because I just took the results from the regex. Oh. This one here, .com, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the result that I got back from the regex. Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, so this parseInt is actually important because that's actually what does the conversion of each component piece to a red, green, and blue value, right? So what I need to do is this. Not pass in a named object, but just do a parseInt, and then I get my array just like before. Boom, that should work. Command not found, Professor Strawberry, yeah. So the reason why it's doing that is because it's actually, I need to pull that out, but basically it's looking for, the Twitchbot is inspecting every single message that comes along. And if it's one of these, it goes and follows, it executes that function. But in this case, the default is it didn't find a command, so it's just running in a command not found message, which frankly, I don't think we need at this point because I don't think it needs to be, we don't need to output everything. But that's why that's doing that. All right, so let's try this again. There you go. See, .com, that one's that's not doing anything now. Hold on. All right, chase. F. There we go. So now we're getting a valid list and stupid need to reset the device. Hold on. The unhandled promise rejection. All right, let me try running that again. Okay, so now we're getting white lights. Woo, okay, cool. So we have hex and RGB support. If I do chase, so it's not case sensitive, cool. If I do triple kapow, thank you, .com. Yeah. I had an inspiration, .com, for a kapow physical addition to the stream that I don't want to spoil. But I made a purchase last week for a connected device that will respond to the kapow. It's a teaser. I got to figure out how I'm going to build that first. There we go. .com. So 102.51, 153. Hopefully that'll take effect. There you go. Wait, no. Come on. Come on. All right, well, it parsed correctly. Stupid. I might need to switch to a Wi-Fi device for this thing because cellular just keeps on. Let's go back. .com, I'm gonna have you run that one again in just a minute. My cellular device keeps on dropping every couple of commands. All right, .com, try running that again. Chase 663399. Grogard, no. Question is, does the device go to sleep after a while and not wake up? It's not asleep. That's a great question. I have not implemented sleep mode on this. There you go, .commie. I don't know if you can see the purple. Oh, it looks really good. I like it. And I've noticed that this strip, the strip here on this one, kind of going up and down, I may need to get a different NeoPixel strip. It seems to be a different hue from all the others. But Grogard, it is a good question. I'm actually not using sleep modes on this device or on the cellular device right now. It seems like it is having an issue with gateway commands. I don't know if they're just coming too close together or what. If you go and look at the console and I look at my diagnostics for the gateway, it seems to be experiencing a lot of disconnects. So give me a second to run this and we'll look at it. And yeah, Professor Strawberry, absolutely. We could blame it on Mondays. It has a case of the Mondays. Absolutely has a case of the Mondays. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. I'm going to rerun diagnostics on this. Oh, come on. Why do you always do this? We gotta fail on the stream. Don't do that. And now the diagnostic tests are working. So I don't know, but I've noticed that there's been some disconnect events. Of course, nothing happening right now, but I've seen a couple of notices here in the console of disconnects that are actually happening. But I'm wondering if Wi-Fi might be an option, at least while I'm doing prototyping or building this out. Grogard, I can see the... Yeah, hold on. I can't remember if I can see it here. It's a good question about seeing signal level. I thought that there was, with cellular, that you did have the ability to view. Let me restart this. When you restart a device, it actually publishes a diagnostic event that you can view in the dashboard. And this should show up here in a second, and it should show me the signal level. Okay, so diagnostics, I do believe would give me signal level. Let's see here. Oh, signal level is not in there. No, Grogard, it's a good question. I do think that I'm not getting the best signal here, and I may need to mount this in a better location, or at least get the antenna, because look, I mean, this is the gateway device, so I have the, I don't know if you can see it. Turn the camera real quick. So this is it. It's just plugged in right here. And the cell antenna is just sort of like hanging free. So I'm probably doing this to myself to some degree. That's sweet. I see you changed it again, .commie. Nice. But Grover, I thought that within this diagnostics payload that there actually was a in the device vitals that actually showed you cellular signal strength. Maybe we took that out and I missed it. So Clay, good question. Do I need to upgrade the firmware? So this is for something different. This feature. Interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. The firmware feature here is actually for doing immediate firmware updates, and it's unrelated. And it's an alpha or a beta version of the device OS firmware that's not available on the mesh devices yet. All right. So I don't know what my cellular device is doing, but that's something that I'm gonna have to keep in mind. All right, but this is cool though, because we got cellular, or not cellular, excuse me. We got hex color support, which is awesome. So let me pull out these console logs here, or one of these. Where'd it go? Robert Tables, can you pass more than a single string argument into a particle function? Yes. You can pass in, well, I mean, yes and no. So the particle function device signature, here, let me show you. So, where do I just set mode? Monoplaja, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Monday. Welcome. Thanks for coming in, and thank you again for joining the conversation. Professor Strawberry, do you use Arch? I'm not sure that I follow. I don't know that I understand the question. Can you elaborate? Sorry if I'm being dense. So Robert Tables, you can only pass in a single string in a function, but you can pass in multiple arguments. So there's a couple of different ways to do that. You can pass in a comma delimited list. What I'm doing here is you can also, I'm passing in like a full-on JSON object as a string. That's actually what's going, here, hold on, sorry. Can't see that because of my giant head is in the way. Right here, for set colors, what I'm actually doing is passing in a JSON object, and then within firmware, I'm parsing that. So there actually is a library that you can use for parsing that object that comes in. It's called the JSON parser generator. So inside of firmware, I can get those colors as they come in and basically just parse that JSON object and then get the individual values. That's probably the cleanest way to do it without messing around. Okay. So anyway, Robert Tables, that's one way to do it. You could use a comma delimited list. You could use a semicolon delimited list if you want, or full-on JSON objects, which gives you a little bit of safety to make sure you're actually looking for key value pairs, which is what I've done here. The Michael Jolly, the double arches, McDonald's. Now, okay, I wondered, Frackberg, and if it was a Linux, if you're talking about Arch Linux, and Cooper Clay, that's pretty funny. If he used Arch, he would have already told us about it repeatedly. Y'all are funny. So Professor Strawberry, I'm using a Mac on my main computer. I do have a desktop next to me that I built a couple of months ago. It's like the first time I built a computer in 15 years. That was fun. And that machine runs Windows 10 and it dual boots. I'm dual booting Windows 10 and Kali Linux on that. So Yeah, Robert Tables, and thank you for asking. It's not clear from the docs, and that's probably something that we should have better docs around. How to actually handle that sort of generic string value and how you pull that in. Okay, so we added support for hex colors, which is cool. We can set colors even when the chase command is active, although I want to go back to that and maybe clean it up a little bit. Professor Strawberry, I would not classify myself as a hacker by any means. The Kali Linux stuff is really more of just like learning. I'm trying to sort of teach myself some InfoSec kind of things. It's more of a hobby than anything right now. But I'm no hacker. I just pretend to be one. Robert Tables, my life is a hack. So whatevs. Same. Yes, I will claim to be a life hacker if we want to do that. If we like, I like to try different things day in and day out to see how I can better myself, or at least try not to fail as spectacularly from one day to the next. I'll do that. All right, I'm gonna actually push. I'm gonna do a check-in here on the bot because we got something working, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I have not done a push in a while. That's not like me. I blame vacation. I was ready to go on vacation, so that's what it was last week. This commit is like a mess, but that's okay. There you go. It's pushed. It's done. All right, so set colors even when the chase command is active. So we have determined already that if you have to fail, doing it spectacularly seems to be the best way to do it. I agree, Frackberg. I think that's absolutely right. That is the best way to do it, for certain. So right now the chase command does take a colors object. But what it also does is it calls like 3 different functions. So it calls set colors, and then it calls set mode, and then it calls chase. So it's hitting the particle device cloud 3 different times when really all you're wanting to do is change the colors. So I think what we can do to improve this a little bit is actually add a chase color command that will only pass in the color command, right? We'll only call instead of calling all 3 of these, we'll only call set colors, and we'll pull in the color list stuff. So I think, given that, we can actually refactor this out into its own function. Right? Let's see. Brackberg, yeah. Oh, Robert Tables, preferably in front of a large surprise audience when you fill in for a hugely popular streamer on a Sunday at noon. By the way, Robert Tables, and I've got for those of you all that don't yet follow Robert Tables, do so. Watch his streams. They're a lot of fun. So he subbed in yesterday for NoopCat, who is, I think, the OG tech streamer. I mean, one of the OG tech streamers for certain. NoopCat is on vacation in Japan, and I think she's probably having a wonderful time. So Robert Tables filled in for her yesterday. I was just back from vacation. I was only able to join for the first few minutes, in and out. It was all over the place. So I didn't get to sit down and watch, but it looked like it was a lot of fun. And there's a ton of subscriber mania from the Michael Jolly and others. OG tech streamer, the matriarch for almost all of us, for certain. For certain. Yeah, NoopCat is definitely an inspiration in many, many ways. So, but Robert Tables, what I saw, you did an awesome job. I'm sure that was kind of crazy to fill in for NoopCat, but it was a great Sunday stream. From a little I got to come in and hang out and check out. And I love what you're doing. So thank you. That's cool. I got no sleep and stressed out before. It was freaking shaking after the stream. I bet. Well, from my humble perspective, you availed yourself quite well. For sure. Okay. So I'm going to pull this piece out. I'm going to replicate this. Because I don't want to... Let's do... Okay, yeah. So we'll do set colors. So we'll set another function here, and let's call this function set chase colors. I don't think there's anything here I have to have ahead of time, right? Oh yeah, I gotta have the color list. Or the colors. Okay. So if colors, yep, color list to 7, I think that all should work. All right, so now, oops. So let's do this. Set color list, set chase colors. So let's try this again. What were we doing before? Oh, no. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I need to do this. Let's do this. Ret await chase colors. Yep, yep. Gotta get my async await business, async await stuff working. Gotta have it doing the right thing. Just have it return that. There we go. All right. Sorry. Okay. I think that should work. Let's try this again. Cool. So chase. Doing what it's supposed to do. Back to white. Okay, cool. All right, so now what I should be able to do, since I have done set chase colors correctly, and I'm gonna pull that out. Oh wait, so that's gonna come in handy here in a second. Hold on. So I'm doing a start with. So chase color. Okay, so this actually should still work. So if I get in the chase color command, I should be able to do the same thing here. And just save myself from calling this other stuff. So let's copy this in. And we don't need to call set mode. Let's do a different command here. Right, because that's what we want. Target context colors. We should, yeah. This should work in the exact same way. It should work for both RGB and the common delimited list values. So let's run that again. Oh wait, set chase colors. What? Oh, do I need to desync? Thanks, Robert. Thank you, Robert Tables. I appreciate that. Hopefully it remains clear. Oh, wait. Oh, and that's not what I wanted to run. I'm going to rerun it anyway. It's okay. So what was the other command? Chase color. Chase color should give me the same. So chase should already be running, but then I can change this to a different set of colors. So I can do 25500. Will that work? Will it work? Will it work? Target is not defined. Index.js 75. What? Let me try that again. Looks like it would have worked. It's picking up the command correctly. Just don't know what's happening here. So it's pulling out the right command. Starts with chase. It's getting the command name. Oops. Chase color. So it's picking up the command. It's picking up the color list that I want to send in. Oh wait, whoa, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I messed myself up. Yeah. If you pass in 255, 0, 0, the length of that list is 7, which assumes it's going to be hex. So that's dumb. I shouldn't be checking length. What I should be doing instead, yeah, oof is right. Surely there's a Twitch emoji for that, right? But I think what I need to do instead is colors starts with, right? Does it come in as a, yeah, it comes in a, so I need to see if it actually starts with that. You send me anything else, I don't care. Just tell me it's a hex string. Hey Parathon, hope you're having a good Monday. And yes, heck indeed. But at least it's a heck that we can recover from quickly. Maybe? Maybe. Let's try that. And now, what I should be able to see, chase color 255 00. Yeah, so that worked. So now I've changed it to red. Thank you, Silent PandaBot. Chase color. So it didn't fire the command. It only fired the one command to change the color. And let me do FFFFFF because I'm lazy. What I love about this chiptune music is, I'm looking at my desk here. I finally splurged and bought one of those the Super NES systems that's actually hooked up to this other monitor here next to me, and I keep staring at it and thinking, I don't know when I'm gonna have time to play that. I wish I could right now. I say an excuse. I got it for my kids so that I could introduce them to early Metroid and Legend of Zelda games. Parathon, that's a good question. Oh, Robert Tables, no problem. Have a good work call. I hope it goes well. Parathon, good question, because FFF is a valid hex code, is it not? I shouldn't have searched for that. Is it technically web safe if it only has the 3 characters? I gotta think about that one. It's all right, James. You're just emphasizing. Emphasize. Have a good one. So chase color. FF. I actually don't know, Parathon, what will happen if I run that with just the 3. Because it's not valid, right? So I need to actually catch that edge case. So it's not just a starts with. Is in my HTML5 class in college many years ago. Yeah, Professor Strawberry. The left one is calibrated weirdly. So I need to make a note here. The left LED strip appears to be miscalibrated or needs to be replaced. Yeah, so I guess the question, Parathon, is whether or not I want to accept that CSS style shorthand. FFF, yeah, FC0, FF. Oh, I got you. So you're basically like you're expanding the single character into 2 characters. It's a cool idea, right? Where if you only give me a length of 4, then I just duplicate the first character, the second character, and the third character, and then get the RGB value for that. That could be kind of cool. I like it, Parathon. In fact, I'm gonna copy this into the notes. Because I think that would be cool to do. All right. So I added that. I think that's a really good idea. So I'm going to make a note of myself and we can look at adding that next time. All right, so setting colors even when the chase command is active. That piece is done. Parathon, even a watch is right twice a day. Honestly, that is the motto of my life as well. Dakami, I would like to say chase cyan and have a list of shorthand colors. I like that idea as well. You're right. So you want named colors. Why not? Right? Cyan, salmon, magenta. I like it. Good idea, Dakami. Cooper Clay, I want disco mode. You know what? So, Clay, one of the things I wanted to start working on today is there absolutely should be a disco mode. Is that I said fireworks animation for detecting like cheers, follows, and subs, but maybe we should just do a straight on like disco mode. Or disco mode. I think, Clay, that'd be the better way to do it, right? All right, let me check this in. That's all other firmware stuff, so I don't need to check in that. So git commit. Nope, nope, nope. Added. Color during chase mode. Sound effects. James, I definitely want to add sound effects and a speaker to this as well. That would be that'd be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, and that was another note that I wanted to make for myself. The LTE gateway is dropping too much. Switch to a Wi-Fi. Prototyping. Yeah, definitely love the idea of doing sound effects. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to add was a stop command to chase stop. This should be a pretty easy one because really in firmware, the modes, we can just do a couple of different modes here. We'll do chase, we'll do one for rainbow and then one for random. We'll set, yeah, for stopping the mode. Okay. So those are the next ones I want to add. I don't think I have one for rainbow here. Chase stop. We have one for chase stop, but I'll add another for rainbow. And I'm going to genericize this stop to just be any, not chase stop, but just anything. You're stopping, period. I'm going to run this as this will be async. Because I will be calling set mode here, but I'm going to set the argument or set the mode to 0. Right. So I set that to 0 and we run this again. What I should be able to do now is call stop. And yeah, the lights will slowly, on their own time, and the bottom one is still going. Michael Jolly, did we beat Bowser yet? You know, the Michael Jolly, Bowser will never be defeated. Never, ever be defeated. You know that. That last one took a while. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to go away. All right, I need to put it. I forgot to put a try catch in there too, though. So let's get that in. All right. I enjoy this music. It's making me want a game console. I know. That's what I was just saying, Clay. It's actually making me look over at this Super Nintendo Classic and be like, maybe after I'm done working today, I can play a little bit of Link to the Past. How great is it that the new president of Nintendo US has the last name Bowser? I know. That's pretty awesome. Speaking of which, speaking of Nintendo, doesn't Cuphead come out this week? Have y'all seen this game? I've been waiting for this game to come out on the Switch like forever. I totally just let myself get distracted, but I am like super jazzed for this game right here. Comes out on April 18th, so in a week and a half. This game was hand animated, every single panel. It's been around for a while, but I don't own any consoles that you can play it with. But this is just, I mean, I cannot wait to play. I've heard this game is insanely difficult, but I'm absolutely buying it because it just looks gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Like old school 1930s style animations, the whole deal. Very, very jazzed about Cuphead. Yeah, James, I've heard it's like crazy, crazy hard. And they're not making it any easier for the Switch either. It's going to be the exact same game. Michael Jolly, did you see his announcement picture on Twitter or Instagram that has Mario and Luigi tied up on a shelf? No, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to go and check that out. I have to go and find that. And yes, Cooper Clay, there is a new ToeJam and Earl, and I got it because I backed their Kickstarter like 3 years ago. I backed their Kickstarter for ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove when there wasn't even a Switch. And I was just going to get it. I think they were just going to release on Steam. So I was just going to play it on my PC, but they were in development for so long, they decided, hey, you know, we'll go ahead and release it on consoles. And so I ended up like paying $5 extra to get the Switch version for my backed version, and it's fun. It's actually been a lot of fun to play ToeJam and Earl again. Fun game. Okay, so I can rerun Chase again. We'll do Chase, and let's just say, let's go back to red, 2.5.0.0. All right, I'm gonna click on this, the Michael Jolly, I trust you. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Oh. I don't know if that, it looks like they're actually tied up with the cord from a Nintendo 64 controller. That is so awesome. I love that. Oh, thanks for sharing. That's very cool. All right, so the chase works. So chase color, we can go to FFFFFF. Switch to white. And then it looks like stop actually works as well. White has not taken, they may get a promise rejection again. Everything looks okay on the devices. Oh, it's a cellular device. The promise rejection again. I will switch to Wi-Fi before Thursday's stream for sure. So we don't have to wait for me to continue to reset things. This is driving me nuts. All right, I'm looking at the wall. Waiting for my devices to come back online. Oh wait, when I say stop, I want to say something different. It did it. It turned them off, but I didn't get the notice. That's okay. All right, again, stop. Lights are off. Okay. Now let's add the rainbow animation while we're at it. Or I'll be a responsible developer and actually check this in. Hey, Carrie Payette, thanks so much for the follow. Thanks for coming in and hanging out today. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you. I'm in the last 20 minutes or so of my stream here today. I suppose I need to think about who else is streaming for a raid here in a little bit, but Yeah, so we are working on some light animations of this wall here behind me. That's not doing anything right now, but I'll get it back online here in a second. I'll add my index.js and we'll do git commit. Added, be a responsible developer. Well, Grogard, I have to like pretend to be one when y'all are watching. I am far from one when it's just me here. All right, so added. What did I do? What did I just do? Oh yeah, chase stop command. We'll change this. Added stop command. Oh, .com, you're right. See, this is what happens when I go on vacation and I forget to stream for a week. Is that I forget. Oh, yes, I forgot my coding glasses. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, oh yeah, I understand being heads down. I'm catching back up from being on vacation last week, and I was heads down for the morning and will be for the afternoon as well. And yeah, I appreciate it. Oh, and Carrie, thanks so much for the subscription. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Grogard. Never believe me. Never believe me. Yeah, Carrie, now you can use the Cyan Panda emote, which I'm pretty excited about. And actually, I think I might be 1 or 2 subscribers away from another emote. Close. Getting there. Almost there. All right, so the animation, I'll go ahead and turn the animation back on. So we'll do chase 115, 14. Let's just do like a random, who knows what that color is? I don't know, wait, I have to like run the bot for that to work. You know, if the bot's not running, it doesn't do anything. Node index.js. Oh, Parathon, awesome. Thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. As well, and for the follow. Very cool, thank you. And more cyan hair. You know, .com, I've been looking for an excuse to make it permanent. I really have. I did enjoy the dye, the temporary dye that I had there for a little while. All right, so that's like it's like a yellowish green going on there. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Oh, Parathon. That's awesome. Thanks so much for the gifting the 5 subs. That's so cool. That is so awesome. I really appreciate that. So, all right. So the 5 subs, James, you're a sub now. That's awesome. BroX, ISEQ, JIQ2, Sir Dave. That's very cool. Parathon, you are the man. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, Carrie, absolutely light all the things. That's part of the fun here. This we absolutely have to do. Yeah, that's very cool, you Parathon. That is, y'all are just awesome. You flatter me very much. This whole Twitch thing is just so much fun, isn't it? Very, very cool. I wish my own hype command was working. Oh, it is working now. Okay, cool. I have my own hype command on the Stream Deck. Okay. Many thanks. I gotta add this now to my notes because Parathon, it's so awesome. And y'all are made me speechless, so I have to type this stuff as well. Let's see, Parathon. I had to keep these notes for myself. Yeah. Who else subbed today? That's it. I gotta go back later and do like the bits. Yeah, y'all are very cool. All right, so in a little bit, so we got 15 minutes left. I think it'd be a good time to change the mode to rainbow. And I wish I had done this last thing about detecting cheers, follows, and subs to trigger disco mode. Wish I had done that one already because that would have been cool. But that's okay. We'll start that one now and finish that on Thursday. So I'm gonna change, and yes, Parathon, you put it so I can now officially add a second emote. I just saw in the dashboard, so I have to add a second emote now. I have some ideas. I will take ideas from anybody. That'll be a fun thing to work on. A fun thing to mess with. Some of the blinky lights, who knows? And I'm going to change the mode to rainbow mode. So the way that rainbow mode works in firmware is you just pass in a 4 for set mode, and that goes from this chase animation to just sort of a pulsing. It doesn't look anything like the way I'm moving my hands right now. So let's actually do the real thing to actually do a bit of a rainbow mode on this. So we can add that, and it'll be very similar to this here. So I'll just pull that in here into rainbow mode, change, add async to this. So, and we're setting the mode to, what did I say, 4? Yep. I gotta get better messages for this. Rainbow mode. Yes, Carrie, good question. Are the light commands available to everyone? They are. They are. So like right now you can run, and I gotta put these in my info panels, but you can actually run chase. You can run that command, or command I'm about to paste in. Chase 25500. And that will actually change the color on the light strips. I'm having some issues with connectivity on my gateway device right now where it's like being finicky like every other time someone sends a command. Don't know why. But I will fix that by Thursday. But so the same thing should work here for rainbow mode. If I go out and turn the bot back on, yeah, .commie sets it, yeah. You can send either comma delimited values or hex values. And .commie, I got that. I got the command. I don't know why. I think my cellular device is about to be dumb again. Come on. I haven't gotten that promise rejected yet. Yeah, that should be off as well. It just didn't pick it up. I got the promise rejected. So we can try that, but let's we can do rainbow mode here. So let me step out, go back in. Once the devices come back online, I should be able to do rainbow, run the rainbow command. Let me give it just a second as I'm seeing some fast blinking happening. Is it flashing red? That's not good. I'm getting red flashes on those lights now as well, which is a wonderful, comforting, encouraging thing to see. On the, yeah. Frackberg, it just hates .commie. No, that's not true. The devices don't hate .commie. I think right now my devices hate the cellular network inside of my office. So I have to switch to something more reliable. So let's try this again. All right, so one device is now in rainbow mode. Now they all are. Okay, just took a second. All right, so I have triggered rainbow mode. Now I'm getting something a little bit more random. Flashing red is the standard mode when I'm coding for mesh, Cooper Clay. Are you being serious? Like, are you actually seeing that on devices all the time, or are you just messing with me? Because it'd be funny if you were just messing with me. Oh yeah, the Robert Tables, you have your next sub emote up. I heard you, did I hear you talking about that a little bit on Saturday? Yours flash red a lot. Cooper Clay, are you, and I'll admit that there are definitely still some like network connectivity bugs that are being worked out. So I'm curious what it is that you're, like, have you updated to the latest version, or are you doing something else? Of the device OS firmware, I mean, Cooper Clay. Yeah, the Michael Jolly, after all your gifted subs to Robert Tables on Saturday, should have a lot of emote slots available. That was so awesome. It was so much fun to watch. Commit. Yep. I have one Xenon that is very unreliable, and when mass flashing, they tend to stop wanting to participate. Yeah, Cooper Clay, it could be, honestly, there are a lot of those issues that were fixed before the 090 version of device OS firmware. So if your best bet is in your latest when you're actually targeting, right, like if I do a configure, hey, Carrie, thanks for the cheer. That's awesome. 1001 bits. Very, very cool. Cheering yourself right into first place. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Very cool. Oh, yeah, James. I like the blue and green. I like the blue and green rainbow animation on here. They're kind of fun. I need to get them synced in the same directions. That's one thing that I've got to fix for sure. And yeah, definitely. Carrie Payette bringing the heat. That's awesome. So, Clay, when you're actually looking at device OS in this list here, the one that you're looking for is 090 for the Xenon device. That's your latest. And that should give you the that should resolve some of the connectivity issues that you're having. If it doesn't, like if you're still having issues, hit me up. Because I can help you look into it and see what's going on. I suspect that what I'm dealing with today here is actually a cellular connectivity issue, not on these devices per se. Just a lot of drops in the network. I'm using 080 RC27. Yeah, try 090. It should resolve it. On the device I named Derpington. Oh, that's pretty funny. I think that's probably the funniest particle device name that I've heard yet, Derpington. And it sounds like deservedly so. Deservedly so, Derpington. Okay, so change the mode to rainbow. Cool. I've got that here. So really we covered most everything that I wanted to actually do in the bot today, with the exception of detecting cheers, follows, and subs, and triggering something like disco mode, which is something that we can start to look into. Because I noticed in TMI.js, so like right now what I'm doing in TMI, so we'll talk through this. I'm gonna go through sort of the what I learned list today, and then we're gonna raid somebody else at the top of the hour. I'm gonna move into raiding somebody else. Let's see who's on right now, and I'll take recommendations for rating. It looks like maybe Raimu or Adam13531. It'll be kind of cool. Either of them. I might have to rename my Azure Sphere Brick. Oh, did it get bricked? Is it just totally dead? That stinks. So I am doing, so I have an on message handler. Where is it? I'm gonna clean this up. Oh yeah, client on message handler. So right now I'm getting message and connected, but it looks like there's more I can do with getting a cheer, right? Let's here, let's just test that. Yeah, .commie, all of the code is checked into GitHub. It's all actually in the Wall of Things repo. It's Watt firmware is the actual device code that's in here as well. The bot is the code we've been working on today, but the actual Xenons are in Watt firmware, both the controller and those. Okay, I haven't been able to recover it, haven't given up. Yeah, that's good. Robert Tables, Adam already got raided. Anybody? Okay, so I was thinking maybe Raimu, unless there are any other, if there are other live coders that are streaming right now, let me know. Raimu8354 is doing some React Redux game development today. It'll be kind of fun to jump in there. And Robert Tables taking the lead again, throwing more money at Particle. I appreciate it. I was just about to try seeing if I could actually pull in something for the cheer event, right? So client on cheer, and then to do something with a message. Oh yeah, that would be cool. So who is Pseudo Kid? Oh yeah. Let me go and look. Carrie, y'all are funny, and Carrie's going back in the lead. What is it? Twitch.live coders. Hold on a second. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that this morning. So let me go in. But yeah, I was gonna say if there's somebody on the live coders team that's streaming, then let's just raid them. Oh, Robert Tables. Y'all are cracking me up. I'm gonna keep it going. Am I looking in the wrong place? Looks like the initial .ino files. Oh, you know what, .commie? Here, all right, hold on a second. Pseudo Kid, yes. All right, I'm gonna get, come on. I still haven't mastered sort of the right way to do a raid and just like figure out who's online and all this kind of stuff without throwing up a whole bunch of other different alerts and or different tabs and whatnot. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. So I'll add cheers support next time. .commie, you're not wrong. So actually, you just reminded me. I'm in the wrong place. Well, I'm not in the wrong place, but ultimately, I've been checking into one of the sub. I'm treating this whole Wall of Things project as a mono repo. So all of the firmware stuff I've done hasn't been checked in yet. So let's add it now, and everything should be there. Watt controller and device firmware. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, is it taking that long to add? Robert Tables with the left hook. I take the. Hey, that's all right, just for now, right, Kerry? You can come back and get him later. Get him back on somebody else's stream, right? Yeah, Kerry, no problem. Hey, and thanks, James. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate that. I appreciate both of y'all being here today and hanging out and the follows and the subs. It's been a lot of fun. All right, so .commie, I've actually pushed all that, or I'm going to push it right now. So everything is there. And thank you for the reminder that I actually hadn't pushed all the other actual firmware stuff yet. So this is fun. It's a productive, fun day for my first day back from vacation. Got some cool stuff done on the bot. Appreciate that very much, the Michael Jolly. I look forward to your streams this week. I'll be hanging out. And yes, Parathon, thanks again so much. You are awesome. I appreciate you coming in. And yeah, it's just really cool. Pseudo Kid. So appreciate the gifted subs. And hi FLCS, thanks so much for the follow. We're actually just about to raid into Pseudo Kid, but thanks for coming today and hanging out. And we're gonna do a raid. I'll be back on Thursday at 2 p.m. Central. And I look forward to having some more fun with y'all as we keep on working on the light animations, as we keep on working on this bot. So we're gonna raid on over into Pseudo Kid. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Appreciate it. See you on other streams this week. Look forward to hanging out. Bye.